Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to give you a very few recommendations for the upcoming Sephora VIB sale. So I personally love watching these videos because I love knowing people's favorites, but not just their favorites, but what they actually recommend to buy. Because the thing is, as beauty channels are out here, we're recommending or talking about like 90 million products a year. So when it boils down to the products that we actually think are like the good deals, the ones that you should go after, these are the videos I love to watch. But I am going to keep mine a little bit more compact because when I was looking around and trying to figure out what I wanted to recommend, I only wanted to recommend stuff that I'm really using, like often. Maybe these are repeat purchases for me. Maybe they are gift sets that I think are really worth your money. So these are the ones that I'm focusing on. These are the ones that I think are really worth it. Everything is going to be linked down below. Those likely will be affiliate links. So if you do decide to shop through those or like use those to add to your cart, I do appreciate any kind of support. Let's get right into it. First, let me tell you the details of the sale. So for Rouge members, the sale does start on October 27th, and VIB and Insider starts on October 31st, and all of these run through November 6th. So Rouge members get 20% off your purchase, VIB gets 15% off, and Insider gets 10% off. I am only an insider because I did go back hard on my low buy this year, so I am like the basic level, but still, any discount is a good discount. Now, one thing I always like to caveat in these types of videos, if you go onto the individual brand site, not necessarily during the sale, but through the year. So let's say I recommend something from Charlotte Tilbury, okay? If you're an insider like me, you would get 10% off something from Charlotte Tilbury. But throughout the year, Charlotte Tilbury's site probably has sales that maybe can get you 15% off or 20% off, or sometimes on Black Friday, it'll be like 40% off. So please just keep that in mind that if you can't afford to purchase right now or you're okay waiting, a lot of the individual brands, if you follow them, if you get on their email list, they will have bigger sales. But let's jump right into this. I want to start with two eyeshadow palettes. One of these is like semi-new and the other one is really new. One of them I do think will sell out quickly. That is the Melt Cosmetics Halloween Town. Look at this. Oh my gosh. And by the way, I kept saying like ventricular motion. Wouldn't ventricular be like heart related? I don't even know. Lenticular motion? Is that the right phrase? I don't know. Y'all come for me if it's not. I wound up loving this color story so much more than I thought I would. This is very Sally focused to me, right? So we do have a lot of the colors of Sally's dress in here, but I do think it's a really great mix of some really light colors, of some really punchy shimmers, and some really smooth, creamy, deep, dark mattes. I really enjoyed this palette. Of course, I really love Nightmare Before Christmas. I really love Melt Cosmetics, but this palette in particular really stole my heart. And to be honest, like it's a $60 palette. It's not the cheapest palette in the world. And I think that if you can get any kind of a discount, it really makes it worth it. Plus, Melt just teased on their page that they're not done for the year. And I'm thinking this is Halloween Town. I think Christmas Town is coming out next. Be Still My Heart, will I buy it all? Oh God, I shouldn't because I did buy this whole collection and I'm on a low buy. Will I still buy it? There's a very significant chance. The next palette I want to recommend is one that is a sleeper hit, and I'm gonna like scream this from the top of the mountains. This is the Urban Decay Naked Metal Mania palette. Now, I know people had some views on this palette, but I really was impressed with this. Not only is this the old school Urban Decay formula we know and love, right? The stuff that made you fall in love with this brand, the metallics in here, specifically Decadent and Spike Stud, which is gold and silver, they are beyond metallic. In my video where I used this, I painted a massive star all over my eye with the Spike Stud silver color, and it is so incredibly vibrant and foiled and metallic. But the look that I did today, which I consider to be very neutral, even though there's a big ass wing there, it's very neutral, I used this. So I love that you can make a completely neutral everyday look with this, but you can also go balls to the wall crazy with some of these metallics and brights, like this bright purpley shimmer. Like these are gorgeous. And I feel like everyone kind of sleeps on this one, but it's so good. I highly encourage you to go into your local Sephora or Ulta, they sell it there too, and swatch this because you're going to be blown away. And this does retail for $59, which again is on the higher end, so any discount you can get, bonus. I will say though, Urban Decay on their website, they do tend to have some pretty hefty sales throughout the year. It is not uncommon to find naked palettes, not this one yet because it is still fairly new, but naked palettes 50% off. 50% off. So keep that in mind. If this is something that you don't want to buy right away, then just hang out and wait for the Urban Decay one. I will link this down below also, the Urban Decay link, just in case. Let's stick with makeup. There is a mascara I want to recommend, and not because it's new, not because it's fancy, not because it's something you've never heard about, but because it continues year after year to be one of my favorite mascaras. And I just freaking love it. And it's the Milk Kush mascara. When this came out, I did a dedicated video just on this, just on mascara, okay? Whereas now, if you did a dedicated video on a mascara, people would be like, what the fuck are you smoking? Please do an entire look. We want to see all the details. We want you to recommend 94 products. No, I'm just recommending this mascara. Retails for $28, and this has a big old fatty fat brush that I love, and it's a hair bristle brush. It is not a plastic or a rubber brush. This separates my lashes, but more importantly, it gives me volume, okay? So I do have decent lashes, they're okay length, but the volume is not there. This makes them big and fluffy and wonderful. I did use it today. I just love this mascara, and I feel like there were some people that really hated it. There were some people, I mean, as with any makeup product, right? There's gonna be people who hate it, but I freaking love this. I swear by this. I recommend this to everybody I own. If they ever ask for a mascara, I immediately say Milk Kush. The next makeup product I want to recommend, actually, is this the last makeup product? This is the last makeup product, is definitely the cutest one, okay? And it's these Kaja jelly charms. So I picked out my 4 favorites here, but what these are, first of all, they have this adorable little keychain that you will want to play with nonstop. It's got glitter here. These have a doe foot applicator, okay? And they apply either as cheek or lip stains. I do not use these very much on my lips, okay? Even though they are so incredibly dewy on the cheeks, I find that personally on my lips, they're a little bit drying. My lips are hella dry though, but on the cheeks, like chef's kiss, they build up perfectly. When you stamp them out, they still have such a dewy glow, but they're not gonna move around. These last for a long time on my skin. Now I do have normal to dry skin. I do not have oily skin, but these last all day on me personally, and I really like that. Now, if you top that up with like some, powder blush, of course it's gonna last longer, but these on their own last so long for me, and they come in so many great colors. These, again, are my 4 favorites, and I'm not even seeing on here the names of these colors, and I'm getting so mad. So I'm gonna have to look these up, and I will link them down for you, like down below for you. I'll link to all of them, but I'll tell you what my 4 favorites are. This one especially, where is it? This one, that's like peachy brown. It's so, so good. Okay, I don't wanna do swatches of everything here. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So it's hard to see, but like, do you see the shine on that? These have such a beautiful glow to them, and they were so comfortable on the skin, and they do dry down so they don't stay wet like this. I'm gonna wipe it off before it gets set down, but these are just amazing, and they're adorable. I really feel like these would make fantastic gifts. These do retail for $25 each, and they are small. They are small, so I understand 25 bucks is a bit of an investment, but a little bit goes such a long way. And who wouldn't be pumped to receive this as like a little stocking stuffer, like gift, or like a Secret Santa type thing? I don't know. I think these are freaking adorable. All right, I'm gonna recommend one hair care product that I've recommended 9 million times, and then I'm gonna move on to what I think are like the big things that I think are really, really, really worth it. But the Verb Volume Dry Texture Spray. Hands down the best texture spray I've ever used. I have lost count at how many bottles of this I've purchased at this point. I'd say somewhere between like 6 and 8. I buy this every time. This does retail for $20, which I think is on the higher end, but it's not extreme. So I usually wind up paying full price for this because as soon as I run out, I immediately buy a new one. But it is fantastic for giving literally volume and texture. and it is a dry spray, so it's not going to weigh your hair down. I feel like so many texture sprays are a very wet formula that eventually do dry down because the alcohol evaporates. Because this is a dry formula, you get that instant texture and the instant volume. A lot of times I will just use this as a very, very lightweight hairspray to just keep my curls in place. And it does. It keeps my curls in place. Now, I was going to say all day, for like 2 days. This keeps my curls in place, and I will just spray it on like a hairspray once my curls are done and let it cool. And then I will kind of muss it up a little bit just to give that texture. And then at the roots, if you lift it and spray, volume. Like Dolly Parton needs to know about this if she doesn't know about it, or her wig manufacturer needs to know about it. Like just, oh. If you are like me and you have fine hair, or you have straight hair, you have hair that doesn't have a lot of texture on its own, I incredibly, incredibly recommend this. This hair keeps escaping and it's doing its own thing. Should I just let it go? Let it go. All right, the first gift set I want to recommend. So let me start by saying that I was going to recommend, as I always do, the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Cream. Okay, this is still my absolute favorite. Something else I love is that now it comes, I don't know if there's a way I can lift this up to show you. But you can get refills now. I have a refill that I just dropped in here. I'm making a mess, but while I'm at it, I'm just gonna put this everywhere. This continues to be one of my favorite products of all time. I was going to say body care. I was going to say my favorite scent, my favorite lotion, my favorite products. I have purchased more of these than I can count, and I love it. The scent is so lovely and like gourmand and delicious, and just, it's amazing. Okay, it's famous for a reason. It's TikTok famous now for a reason. But the set that I want to recommend, and I'm going to put a picture, let me scooch. I'm going to put a picture right here. This is called the Boom Boom Body Obsession set. So this is $68. With that, you get a full-size Boom Boom cream. You also get a full size of the perfume mist, which I use all the time in conjunction with the cream. Like literally, I put on the cream and then I layer it with this, okay? Then you get a mini of the Boom Boom scrub. I have used these so many times, and I usually only get these in the mini. They do last quite a while and I really enjoy it. It's the same scent as everything else. Why won't this open? Okay, I think I need like the jaws of life to get this open, but it is a fantastic scrub and it doesn't feel too harsh on my body, which I love. The biggest thing for me though is that you also get a mini of the Firmeza body oil, which is on my personal haul list that I'm planning on buying during the Sephora VIB sale because it is beautiful. Every time I go into Sephora, I use it and I smear it all over my entire upper torso area. I probably look like a crazy person who's just glistening and oily, like running through the aisles. But it feels so good on my dry skin. It sinks in, but it leaves that scent, and that feeling lasts for so long. Like when I use it on my hands feel moisturized for hours. And there are very few products that I can say that about because, again, dry skin, especially dry hands. So if it lasts for hours, amazing. If it has that smell, amazing. So it's like layering everything, and $68 to start with. And then you get a discount. Like you could get as much as like $13 off if you are a Rouge member. That's crazy to me. That is such a good value. And the value is $101. So you're already getting like what, 33 bucks off? Like just by buying it in the set, and then you can get a discount. I think that one's gonna sell out. I really do, and I'm really tempted to buy it myself, even though I have like an almost full body spray. I've had like 3 of these, a pretty full cream and a full Boom Boom. I'm still tempted because I know I will use it. So for the last thing I want to recommend, similar to the way that I kind of came across that gift set when I was looking into things when I was talking about the Boom Boom cream, I was going to recommend to you the Drunk Elephant Protini Polypeptide Cream. This continues, as of right now, to be my favorite daytime moisturizer. It is very, very, very creamy, and a little bit goes a very long way. And for my dry skin, it soaks in instantly, and makeup, sunblock before makeup, but sunblock goes on beautifully on top of it. Makeup does, and it just makes my skin feel very hydrated. I have a backup even, and I haven't opened it yet because I'm testing another moisturizer right now. But I'll let you know, as much as I like that other moisturizer, I still don't like it more than this one. Okay, so this retails for, I believe it's $68 just for the Protini Polypeptide. Yes, $68, okay? I was also going to recommend, as I always do, the SEPHORA Fresh Day Serum. This is a vitamin C serum that retails on its own for $78. Now, I understand that that is a hefty price to pay. No other vitamin C treatment I've ever used, and I have used so many, has made an actual difference in my skin the way this one has. It has brightened my skin. It has reduced my dark spots. It just makes my skin brighter and more even overall. And I do notice a difference, which pisses me off. I almost hate it when I test an expensive product and I notice a difference, because then you're like, well, I'm like tethered to that for life. But that's the way I feel about the SEPHORA. Okay, I was planning on recommending these two. And then I saw a gift set. Moving over again, this is the Drunk Elephant Day Dazzle The Morning Kit. It retails for $98, okay? And it has a value of $143. So right there, you're saving $45. Now, what do you get with that kit? Now, keep in mind, this is a $98 kit. You get a full size of Protini Polypeptide, which is $68 on its own, right? So that is more than half of the cost of the kit. Then from there, you get 3 minis, and they are 3 of my favorite Drunk Elephant products of all time. So you get a mini of the SEPHORA. Now, I have used minis of the SEPHORA, and they last me a long time. Like, this bottle lasts me an extremely long time. The minis last way longer than you think you're going to. A little bit goes a long way. I know I keep saying that, but a little bit goes a very long way, which I think is important with skincare, because if you're pumping out like 10 pumps or something, the money is just going, into the ether over here. The mini will last you a long time. You also get a mini of one of my favorite acids. So this is the Protini Power Peptide Resurf Serum. Let me see, I think I'm almost done with it. Oh my gosh, do you see? That's how much I have left. Just that tiny, tiny, tiny amount. But you do get a mini of this. This has 10% lactic acids and 11 signal peptides. This I use in conjunction with this every morning. I do 1 squirt of each, and I press it into my skin and let it completely soak in before applying the Protini Polypeptide. This is my actual morning routine. So the fact that it comes in an entire kit like this, mind blown. But I really feel like it's made a difference in the texture of my skin. So I do have not acne texture, but I do just have general texture to my skin. A lot of that is from aging. I am 43 years old, so it just helps to really resurface a little bit, but gently. It does not sting, it does not burn, it does not tingle. If you have very sensitive skin, I would definitely do a patch test on yourself first. I do not have sensitive skin, so I cannot speak to that, but for me, I don't experience any tingling, burning, anything like that. So it comes with a mini of that. And finally, it comes with a mini, which I think is bigger than this, but I could be wrong. I actually have the full size and a little mini of the D-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunset Drops, or I'm sorry, Sunshine Drops. These have gone viral on TikTok. Like my niece, who is 12 years old, this is all she could talk about for a while. She's like, I just want the D-Bronzy. It's like, but you're 12. This is fantastic to mix in with either your moisturizer if you're planning on having a foundation-free day, or if you want to mix this in with your foundation. Like, let's say your foundation is either completely matte, because this does have a bit of a glow to it, or if it's a shade too light, which is for me, because I have a strong tendency to buy foundation that's too light for me every single time. Mix in like a drop of this, maybe 2, and mix it together and apply, and you get, again, this gorgeous bronzy glow. It's a viral product for a reason. And again, you're getting a full size of this, okay? And then minis of these 3 for $99, $99, $98, $98. I just think that's a really, really, really good deal, especially if you've been wanting to try out some Drunk Elephant. I know $98, which is close to $100, is no small task. Like, that's not a small amount of money to spend. But I really think this is a fantastic way of trying out those other 3 products, ones that either might irritate your skin, like if you have very sensitive skin, testing it out to make sure it wouldn't, and also the D-Bronzy, which is just a cool product. But this, I think everybody is going to love this. I really do, and you're getting a full size of this. So in my opinion, I think $98 is a really great deal, and I think it comes in a cute little pouch too. So if it does, you're getting a bonus pouch. So that's it. Those are my recommendations this year for the Sephora VIB sale. As I did kind of tease, I am planning on doing a very mini haul of my own. We'll see if I actually wind up doing it, because again, like I said, I personally get 10% off my purchase, which is money off, and I'm pumped for it. But at the same time, I don't need all of the things on my list. There are a few things that I really want sooner rather than later though, things that I've run out of, or something that I just really want. There's a perfume I really want and I'm planning on using it for that because perfumes are so expensive. But some other things, I might just wait and see what kind of Black Friday sales each of these brands have. So anyway, I hope you found these suggestions helpful. Let me know in the comments what you're planning on treating yourself to during the Sephora VIB sale. And I do say treat yourself because I really try to never say you need this, because guys, it's makeup. You don't need any of it. You don't need any of it. Sunblock, you need. Look, I will tell you that some sort of sunblock. I don't care if you're using Banana Boat or something from the dollar store. Wear sunblock. But that's it. If you enjoyed these videos. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed my suggestions, I would love if you give it a thumbs up, or if you are planning on purchasing any of these items, if you would like to shop through my links below. That means so much to me, and it is such a nice way of supporting my channel, and I'm very appreciative to anybody who ever does that. You all can follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Those are all GlitterFallout, and as always, and forever, you are super freaking rock stars. I love you so much with my whole heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.